poppin', Rockstars? Welcome back to New Rockstars. It's me, MT, and Mama Maya. Someone just shot Gaia. Did Secret Invasion just kill off a major main character in the final moments of episode 3? Well, spoiler alert, no. Gaia is probably just fine. Stay tuned and I'll tell you exactly how Gaia will survive getting shot in the chest and even possibly becoming a major Marvel Comics character brought to life in the MCU. And hey, this video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes launching your own website a breeze. But of course, I'm so happy that Secret Invasion is here. I'm gonna miss this show when it's gone. So be sure to tune in to New Rockstars every Wednesday for our Secret Invasion breakdowns and even more Secret Invasion discussion on our newest channel, The Break Room. And also, like always, you can grab some of our awesome Secret Invasion inspired merch at nerdriot.shop to let people know that you are not a Skrull. Put those shape-shifting allegations to rest today at nerdriot.shop.
Heroes of Earth will react. The only way we can counter that and claim this planet as our home is to become super ourselves. Now, we no longer just change faces. We change powers. We're going to be uniquely programmed weapons of mass destruction. All of us. Super Skrulls.
Alright, so Gaia was shot and that wasn't awesome, but what if I told you she was just playing possum? That's right, everybody, Gaia is very likely just fine. And I'm not just saying that thanks to all the promo material that shows way more Gaia moments to come, but also thanks to a certain nerd nerding out in the 90s named Maya Hansen and her incredible work on the science at the heart of Aldrich Killian's Extremis program, a particular power set that Secret Invasion episode 3 teases when Gravik heals his hand after getting a nice table stabbing from Talos for not keeping Gaia's name out of his motherfucking mouth at brunch. For those of you that don't remember, Extremis was a scientific project made by the organization Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM, not to be confused with AIM Instant Messenger from when I was a teenager and girls wouldn't reply to me. I was only talking to the bots. AIM was a massive think tank of scientists that Aldrich Killian was a part of that formed to work on technology that enhanced humanity's biological potential. And since Killian was a big old creeper, he used his creepy nerdy nerd skills to come across Maya Hansen's incredible work on cellular regeneration, and eventually ended up recruiting her to AIM in order for her to help Killian make an army of super hot and self-healing Extremis soldiers. Like, you could literally chop their limbs off and they'll just grow it back and then breathe fire in your general direction like a dragon would. And that shit gave our boy Anthony Edward Stark a massive headache in Iron Man 3 that led to the end of Aldrich Killian and all of his plans. All those Extremis soldiers that didn't immediately get arrested fled to different parts of the world, with one such Extremis soldier choosing to take part in Shai Ling's fighting tournament in Shang-Chi. And because of this, the Skrulls were able to locate at least one of these Extremis soldiers and then use Skrull Dr. Dalton to experiment with the genes in their blood to add Extremis tissue regeneration powers to the Super Skrull biology, with a little help from the blue radiation room. Very likely the same type of blue radiation that was the main focus of Nick Fury's entire career at the Dark Energy Mission Facility in Avengers 1. That's Project Pegasus, y'all. As well as the same type of Tesseract radiation that gave Captain Marvel her powers and appears to be linked to the Fantastic Four as well. Because remember when Reed Richards portaled in? You see that energy? Kind of weird, right? I think that's mighty interesting. It's almost like the Skrulls were inspired by these people or something. I don't know. And look, guys, having a website is a lot like having a business card. If you run a business, you kind of need one. And that means you need Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that provides you with everything you need to do whatever you need with your website. Squarespace has templates and designs for every category and use case. So even if you're making your very first website, using Squarespace makes it super easy to customize your look, update content, and add features to fit your unique needs. If you're selling merch, Squarespace makes it easy to do that too. You can design your products, then save time and money by letting Squarespace handle production, inventory, and shipping. And if you're selling any other kind of physical goods, digital goods, or even a service, Squarespace makes it easy to build your storefront and grow your business. To check it out yourself, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/newrockstars to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That is www.squarespace.com/newrockstars to save 10% off your first purchase of a website and domain. And we thank Squarespace once again for sponsoring this video. You guys are amazing. But anyway, speaking of that blue radiation in Gaia, we already know from the promo material that Marvel and Disney Plus have released that at some point Gaia will end up using Dr. Dalton's blue dark energy machine to give herself Super Skrull abilities, much like it appears Gravik has already done to their biology prior to their meeting with Talos. I believe that Gaia actually Super Skrulled herself with Extremis superpowers prior to her leaving Gravik's compound, but this moment was not included in episode 3 to keep us in suspense, to make us think that Gaia actually died when she was shot. This is what will likely save Gaia's life after being shot, because if an Extremis soldier can survive a freaking Iron Man blast to the face, then Extremis superpowers could easily pop a bullet out of one's chest, so long as the host's heart isn't completely destroyed anyway. Gaia having the superpowers of the Extremis program will not only help her fight against Gravik for the second half of this series, but I believe it will also be helping Gaia as she starts her journey in the MCU moving forward after Secret Invasion. Because I do not believe that Gaia was meant to be just Talos' daughter in the MCU. Oh no, for I believe the old rumors surrounding Emilia Clarke's character in Secret Invasion are indeed true, and that Gaia giving herself Super Skrull powers in episode 3 is ultimately setting up the MCU arrival of the long-awaited Abigail Brand of S.W.O.R.D. In the comics, Abigail Brand is a half-alien, half-human mutant hybrid who possesses a mutated biology that allows her to both regenerate body tissue quickly as well as generate heat and fire from her hands. She calls herself Abigail Brand because her hands be branding, and she uses these powers to ultimately become the director of all of S.W.O.R.D. itself, protecting the Earth from various extraterrestrial threats from her S.W.O.R.D. space station. But rapid healing and shooting fire for one's body, that power set sounds extremely similar to those of Extremis soldiers, don't you think? The Extremis program is a form of biological mutation after all, a mutation triggered by Maya Hansen's science that unlocks the brain's hidden biological potential.
Extremis harnesses our bioelectrical potential, and it goes here. This is essentially an empty slot, and what this tells us is that our mind, our entire DNA in fact, is destined to be upgraded.
Maya and Killian were so close to unlocking the secret to making mutants in the MCU, but unfortunately, their bad karma caught up to them and they both died before they got the chance. That's what you get for making exploding terrorist people. Fortunately for Gaia, Extremis will likely lead to a complete rebirth for Gaia's character from Gaia to Abigail Brand, with the first 3 episodes of her being just Gaia and the last 3 episodes as a mutated Gaia. I feel like that's some perfect symmetry right there. And with a cleverly written show about dualities like Secret Invasion, I don't believe that Gaia's rebirth happening at the start of the second half of the series was a coincidence. It very much seems like Gaia is being set up to take Talos' place as Earth's best alien defender by becoming the director of the Saber space station monitoring Earth from orbit. She is the perfect candidate to be adapted into Abigail Brand in the MCU. Though I will say that Abigail Brand is not a Skrull in the Marvel comics. With a name like Gaia, I can definitely see the MCU setting Gaia up to be one of Earth's greatest guardians, just like the goddess Gaia of myth. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. You can follow me at MasterTainment on Twitter if you guys want to see me tweet some weird shit and some really fun Secret Invasion theories. But also do not forget to check out our many great merch options over at nerdriot.shop. And also don't forget to subscribe to the Break Room and the Deep Dive. We everywhere, baby. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.